Lewis Hamilton's move to Ferrari is not just a regular team change in Formula One. It is a transformation that goes far beyond the racetrack. This shift is reshaping the sport from both a sporting and commercial perspective. Ferrari, one of the post-traditional teams in Formula One history, has struggled in recent years to keep up with teams like Red Bull and Mercedes, but the arrival of Hamilton has not only boosted their chances of winning on the track, but has also caused a massive commercial impact off the track. Hamilton is much more than a successful driver. He is one of the biggest sports personalities in the world. His name alone attracts millions in sponsorship deals and helps expand Ferrari's reach to new audiences. The numbers already show the magnitude of his influence. In his first season with Ferrari, the team is expected to generate more than $83 million through sponsorships and licensed merchandise sales. This amount is equivalent to what Ferrari earned by finishing second in the Constructors' Championship in 2024. In other words, the presence of Hamilton is bringing in as much money off the track as he is expected to bring through performance on it. This puts Ferrari in a much stronger financial position, giving them the resources to invest more in car development and compete more seriously against Red Bull and McLaren. But there is a big question that remains. Will all this money and commercial power be enough to put Ferrari back at the top? From the moment Ferrari announced Hamilton's arrival, the impact was immediate. The team's stock value rose, and sponsors quickly lined up to strike million-dollar deals with Ferrari. One of the most remarkable deals came from HP, which signed a $75 million per year contract with Ferrari, making it one of the largest deals in Formula One history. But that's not all. The Hamilton effect is expected to generate an additional $41 million in sponsorship and another $41 million in official merchandise sales like caps, shirts, and collectible items. This creates a massive financial boost for Ferrari even before the first race of the season with Hamilton behind the wheel. So why are companies willing to spend so much money to be associated with Hamilton? The answer is simple. Hamilton is a global phenomenon. He is not just a Formula One driver. He has millions of followers on social media, is active in fashion, music, and social causes. His image goes far beyond motorsport, making him one of the most valuable athletes in the world for big brands. With all this commercial power, Ferrari now has a unique opportunity to grow even more. But money and visibility are just part of the story. The real challenge will be turning this success off the track into actual race wins and championships. Ferrari has always been one of the biggest names in Formula One, but in recent years they have struggled to keep up with the likes of Red Bull and Mercedes. With Hamilton, Ferrari now has a major financial and strategic advantage. But that doesn't mean the road to the championship will be easy. One of the most important changes that Hamilton brings is his ability to attract top engineers and strategists in Formula One. Just like Michael Schumacher did in the 2000s, Hamilton could be the magnet Ferrari needs to build an even stronger team. He has technical knowledge and knows how to develop a winning car, something that could be crucial for Ferrari's growth in the coming years. Another key point is how Hamilton's presence affects Ferrari's influence within Formula One. With him in the team, Ferrari becomes even more powerful in the sport's political and strategic decisions. They can push for rule changes and other moves that could benefit them in the long term. However, many challenges still lie ahead. Red Bull, McLaren, and Mercedes have all made major progress in recent years. Ferrari must find ways to improve their car and race strategies if they want to compete on equal footing. And there's another big internal factor that could determine Ferrari's success: the relationship between Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. Team rivalries are one of the most fascinating aspects of Formula One, and at Ferrari, this tension might reach new levels. Having both Hamilton and Leclerc in the same team creates an environment full of pressure and competition. What many people don't realize is that internal competition like this can either strengthen or destroy a team. Some teams, like McLaren in 1988 with Senna and Prost, managed to use this rivalry to fuel their success. Others, like Mercedes during the Hamilton and Rosberg era, suffered from internal conflicts that hurt their overall performance. For Leclerc, having Hamilton as a teammate is an unprecedented challenge. Until now, he has grown without a teammate who casts such a large shadow. Now, with a 7-time world champion by his side, every mistake will be magnified. Every strategy will need to be flawless, and every race will be a battle to prove himself. Will Leclerc be able to maintain his status as the team leader, or will he be pushed into a secondary role? On the other hand, Hamilton is also facing a unique situation. He is joining a team that already has an established driver who is loved by the fans. If he wants to truly win over Ferrari, he will need more than just race wins. He will need to earn the trust of the team and its supporters. His career shows that he is capable of doing that, but will it be enough to overcome years of Ferrari's investment in Leclerc? Ferrari stands at a crossroads. If the team chooses the wrong path in managing this rivalry, it could ruin their championship hopes. Personalities also play a big role here. Hamilton has always been politically skilled within teams, knowing when to push and when to step back to keep the team on his side. Leclerc, on the other hand, has already shown frustration during critical moments in the past, especially when he felt let down by poor strategy. If Ferrari doesn't handle this dynamic carefully, they risk creating an unstable environment that could break the team from within. Now, the big question is how this relationship between Hamilton and Leclerc will be handled throughout the season. Will Ferrari allow an open rivalry where both drivers compete freely, or will they at some point decide to favor one of them? These decisions could determine not only the team's success this year, but also the future of both drivers within Ferrari. Beyond the internal rivalry, there is another critical issue for Ferrari in this season: the development of the SF25. Formula One is a sport where the ability to improve the car during the season is often more important than how strong the car is at the start. Historically, Ferrari has struggled in this area. They often start the season well but lose ground in the second half, especially compared to a team like Red Bull that is known for continuous development. The big question is whether this time Ferrari will be able to maintain a development pace that keeps them in the title fight until the end. The Hamilton factor could help in this area, because he is known for his ability to detect flaws in the car and guide the team to make improvements. However, that alone is not enough. Ferrari needs a solid technical plan and an efficient structure to upgrade the SF25 consistently throughout the year. Without that, they risk being fast enough to get podiums, but not strong enough to actually fight for the championship. Another factor that could influence Ferrari's season is the impact of new FIA regulations. Changes in aerodynamic testing and budget caps directly affect how teams innovate during the season. Red Bull has already proven to be very efficient under these restrictions, while Ferrari has yet to prove it can do the same. This means that any mistake in development could be very costly and reduce their title chances. Then there are Ferrari's race strategies, one of their weaknesses in recent years. Even when the team had competitive cars, poor strategy choices cost them several good results. In a season where every detail counts, Ferrari can't afford to waste opportunities. If they truly want to fight for the title, they will need to show a level of tactical precision that has rarely been seen from them in recent times. Finally, there is one more factor that could